we are Team MindfulMe, and we are developing a mobile app to allow people recovering from addictive disorders to journal with their mobile devices. So just to give you an overall background and goal of our app development, it's known that context has been previously associated with binge intake of an abused substance can trigger subjective cravings for that substance and leave individuals prone to relapse. Journaling is a method that's used to identify these vulnerable contexts so that people recovering from addictive disorders can practice intervention strategies. The problem is the current standard of paper-based journaling forms are often involve these long, tedious forms that users must fill out throughout the day, and that can cause an invasion of privacy. So we proposed to increase journaling frequency and efficacy by allowing users to use their smartphones to easily input their current mood or emotional state and their subjective urges to engage in their addictive behavior throughout the day. We also were able to automatically tag these entries to the GPS identified location and timestamp them. Then we provided graphical feedback to the user of their emotional state and subjective cravings throughout its identified time periods. And we identified the most vulnerable locations that can trigger subjective cravings so that they can practice an intervention strategy to prevent relapse.
At a very high level of our design, the whole app can be broken down into 3 pieces. The first one is showing the yellow box. It takes in users' mood, their craving levels, activity, and locations. And as seen in the green box there, the user are asked to assess the effectiveness of the intervention strategies when their craving level is high. And the data is processed and stored in the middle, and they get four kinds of feedbacks. The first one is they get the suggestions in their favorable order, and they get to see the history with the statistics view or a calendar view, and they get notification when they're in their vulnerable zones and at their preferred times. So the demo will tell you more specific.
So to start with, as I said, we'll be entering user emotions. So user can enter mood levels based on -3 to 3, negative or positive emotions. So let's go with negative. Then user can enter rage or the urge level. So 1 indicates pretty low and 7 indicates pretty high. So let's go with high. The user enters what activity he's doing. Then it automatically takes the location and here, and then we can save it. So after saving, the user is specified with disengagement strategies. These are color coded and also ordered based on the previous feedback that the user makes. We also provide the user with interface to see the history. The first thing that you'll notice is the color code. So the green indicates that on that day the craving level was pretty low. The red indicates pretty high levels, and the yellow is medium. And for seeing the entries of a particular day, you can just click on that date and see at what time, what entries you made, where were you, what was your mood level and urge level. You can also see the graphical representation of the data, so you can choose the date range, and based on that, you can see your mood distribution. So if I do that, so I know that during these days, 55% of the time I was feeling sad. And we can also see the urge pattern, how my craving levels have, what pattern my craving levels have. One of the good features is that we can have the craving level based on time of the day. So you can see the red marks. Red marks said that at 2 a.m. and at 4 a.m. we have seen that the average craving levels are pretty high in the danger zone, and yellow said in the medial zone. And the green ones, which are not here right now, they would say that they're in the less zone. And we also tell them we also keep track of all the locations where they have felt more craving levels, so they can see that what were the average craving levels on 214 College Street where they put in entry and how far they are away from the current location. And then we also provided notifications based on vulnerable zone detection. So yesterday I made an entry in this building. So when I was entering, as soon as the GPS found that I'm in the 100-meter zone of this location, it gave me a notification of vulnerable zone and do I want to try an intervention. And the other notification, as Yvonne specified, is based on the time of the day. If the user wants to get notified that I need to make an entry at a particular time of the day, the user can specify the time, edit, or delete the data points here. We also give user awards based on many factors like the number of days continuously user has inputted entries, the number of days continuously he has been without engaging into the activities. So the one in which the image he has received them, the black ones are those in which he has not received those awards. User can also export the database and email to Gmail directly from here. I won't mention that. And the other things are like feedback and credit list. And the other thing that I want to show is that if the user enters the second time, because I made an entry with high claim level, it will ask me for feedback, whether I engaged or I postponed or I prevented, and which all were the intervention strategies that actually helped me do that. And this will help us arrange dynamic list for the intervention strategies. So that's it for the demo.
If we were to do it again, we might need some improvement in our project management. We need to use the online clipboard as Trello to keep track of our breakdown milestones or tasks. And we definitely might need GitHub or SVN to do the version control. And we might need some more users to test the app for us.
Just to give you an idea of some of the future directions we'd like to take, I'm planning on applying to the Ontario Brain Institute for their entrepreneurial fellowship. This is an organization that encourages the development of neuroscience-related apps or technological devices. We'd like to add in some more emotional reporting to give a more varied picture of the individual's emotional state throughout the day. Maybe provide some different abstinence achievement awards that the user might find a little bit more reinforcing, and develop a website to allow users to customize which reports they would like to have on their individual device, and to link this device to clinicians' accounts so they can work with their therapist.
Two quick questions. This is just an app. There's no server here, right? Is that right?
No.
Okay. And just trying to understand, if I'm the user of this thing, I'm carrying it around, and does it notify me I should journal?
Yes.
Yeah, so based on the times that you specify in the settings, it will notify you that you want to put an entry right now, because you, yeah.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
So, I just didn't get a sense of that, because you dove right into it. So it reminds me to do that, and
Yes.
and that's okay. That's fine. Other questions?
You said with paper journaling, there's a privacy issue.
Yeah.
And then you alluded to the fact that this might have less privacy issues. How would putting it on your phone linked with GPS and this data
Well,
have
because
small privacy issues?
so with the phone, you can actually look like you're just texting a friend. Whereas with paper-based journaling, you have to take out a long form in public and start writing down all these issues of like, what are my current craving states? What am I feeling right now? So people might not be very willing to bring that out in public, and in fact, that is a pretty big issue with paper-based journaling. So they often journal at later times during the day, which then decreases the accuracy of reporting because they're relying on their memory rather than what their current emotional state is at the time.
Okay, one other question.